High as hell when I'm in the clouds. That's that space shit. Elevated, I'm hella faded.
Hey fire signs! This is going to be a general reading. Pick a card for the element of fire. So if you are a fire sign, you're in the right place. I'm so excited to be back. I took a nice little vacation and now I am back and ready to continue on here. So I'm real excited to be back. The order is as follows: 1, 2, and 3. If you are drawn to more than one card, please watch all the ones that you're drawn to. All of these piles today seem to mirror each other in a lot of different ways. So if you are drawn to more than one pile, watch it, because I can tell you they all kind of have something to do with one another. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing. I really love all the comments, and I really love reading about everyone's journey and just seeing where we're at, and how you got to where you're at, and I think it's really good for other people to see those things too. So please keep commenting, please keep sharing. I really do love reading them. I'm gonna get all caught up here in the next day or two within all my comments. I haven't been responding. I kind of went off the grid for a bit. All right, I'm gonna be quiet, take a deep breath, and pick whichever one resonates, and I will see you in the piles. Bye. Hey, fire signs. All right. Pile number 1. All right. You ready? Okay. All right. I've missed you guys. I've, been away. Okay. So it is the 8 of Pentacles. Work, work, work. Work, work, work. This guy, there's a lot of dedication somewhere. Very dedicated to something, and it's something that requires a lot of hard work. Okay, but this isn't something that really bothers you at all. So it must be something that you really are interested in, because as a fire sign, and I'm a Leo, I can say this. If it's not something you don't want to do, but so this is obviously something that really interests you. I want to say this came out a couple weeks ago too. So I think maybe this is just maybe an ongoing, I don't want to say hardship. I don't want to say hardship. I heard hardship, but I don't want to say that, because I don't think that's really how, it might be how you were looking at it. But I think something has like kind of changed or switched or moved around. So it's kind of changed a little bit. It's not really a hardship anymore. It's just like a peace with things. I mean, it's like you're really just kind of determined on an outcome, on a situation, on a thing. You're willing to do the hard work, and it's really not, you're not letting yourself be swayed by anything otherwise anymore. It's a very determined feeling. Like come hell or high water, it doesn't matter at this point. Oh, that happened? Okay. Put something else on top of it. I don't give a shit at this point. Like, I made my mind up. It's not okay. It's not This is something that's very, like, there's no second guessing it anymore, I don't think, with whatever this is that you're putting all this effort into. Just like if you look at him, like if you can, I don't know if you can see, look at his face. There we go. See his face? It's dirty. My poor cards. So many of them. Do I have any here right now? No. I had to go through last night and I had to actually tape them. I had to tape them. So I might be retiring these cards and just, I'll use them as my personal deck and maybe my deck that I do personal readings for, but they're getting so beat up. Anyway, sorry. I'll waste your time there. To see his face, he's kind of like, he doesn't look too pissed off to have to be doing the work. Like he's not like really inconvenienced, I guess would be a good, like, you know, when you have to do something, you're like super irritated that you have to do it, you don't want to do it, you know, that look that you probably have on your face. I'm sure I have a look on my face when I'm doing it. I can't help my looks sometimes. But like this is like a, well, just happy to be doing it. Just, well, okay, it's what needs to be done. You know, that's kind of the feeling I'm getting here. It's just whatever this is, it's very, work's got to get done. It's going to get done. At this point, doesn't matter how much work is there, what, you know, what you have to do, it's getting done. So that's great. That's really, to reach that level of determination is really, there's no stopping you at that point. So that's, congratulations. That's like super, super great. Nothing can fuck with you at this point. Yeah. All right. Ace of Fire. Ace of Fire. It says an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life. The Ace of Fire is also the Ace of Wands, and I'm going to tell you right now, that is also a card that came out for pile number 2. So you, if you feel drawn to at this point, go ahead and watch pile number 2 as well, because you know there's a similarity between the two. So it might resonate with somebody. Okay, maybe, maybe not, whatever. Ace of Fire for me, I see it a lot as like a pregnancy card. Okay, some of you, maybe you're finding out you're pregnant, maybe you're discussing it, maybe you're something to do with that. Others, it's, you know, just birthing something new. You know, you're really birthing maybe a new thought, a new, usually ones are actions and things like that. You know, you're maybe taking the necessary steps to actually put what this is into action. Maybe you're going to, sorry. Okay, there's going to be some kind of a breakthrough. Every time I try to talk, it's like something is going to, and it's constant. I wish, I need to start like keeping track of like which signs it is that I get this one, because I see this a lot, the tumblers, the keys, like everything has to like line up perfectly, and once one thing shifts and something else can shift. I need to start keeping track of which signs get that, because it pops up every now and then. I feel like I should be tracking it or something. I don't know. Probably won't think of it again until I need to do it again. Something will shift, something will happen, okay? And that is what's going to cause this. It's almost like there was a breakthrough in some way. It was definitely started by some kind of an action, though. Like, it was movement. Like, something, you did something, said something, went somewhere, something like that, and that's what caused this other breakthrough to actually happen. Okay, so, I mean, for maybe one of you, it might be pregnancy news. I just, like, personally, I associate that a lot with that. So for some of you, it could be. But I just feel like this is something that's really, really connected to this, whatever this is for you. It'll be a breakthrough. Okay, so do you see like how he looks like a genie? Like a wish has been granted. So it's going to be something that's very significant to you. Like very significant. Yeah. Alright, support. I love this card. Like there's so many different entities around. And like that's like one of the hardest things. Like when I say thank you and stuff, like when I do like my I guess they're like prayers, I guess, or when I say thank you and stuff, it's hard to like, there's so many different, it's not just like just angels or just ancestors, like there's so many different people on your spiritual team that help you, and it really is represented very nicely. I mean, there's even like a leprechaun or some shit back there. I don't know if you can see if it'll focus. Come on, card. Maybe. No, it's not gonna do it. It's like this. There it is. Look, see him? It's like a little gnome or something. This, even he's got a big walking stick. I'm gonna get one. All right. You really, your team is like really kicking up their support right now. Like they're very surrounded with it's like a warm, pretty white light, but it's not like a blinding. It's like a very soft, healing, kind of protective, just like, I don't know, like kind of like how I feel maybe the inside of a kangaroo pouch might feel. Kind of like that. I've always wanted to lay in one of them. Well, I think it might smell a little bit. Huh. But it's really warm. Anyway. I'm random, I know. I think that's what's helping this come through. This Ace of Wands. They're helping. They're helping bring this together. So whatever your team is, they're helping here. Like they're really bringing things full circle for you, and they're protecting you until it happens. So if I were you, I would really be kicking up your thank yous right about now, because they're really about to do you a pretty big solid, I think, in a lot of ways. You know, all those little nudges, those go here, say this, do this, like those little, you know, intuitions, like they come from somewhere. You know, you should be thankful for them, because they're really setting you up to have success here. All right. Well, I hope that was able to help somebody, and I hope you really enjoyed it. I've missed you guys. I'm so happy to be back. I want to thank you for subscribing and commenting and telling me your stories and stuff. I really love reading them. I'm so behind on responding to them. I was away for a while, but I'm back. I had a great time, but I'm back now. So again, thank you so much. I love you guys. What else? God, I haven't done this in like a week. I'm like, oh no. Divine Destiny 1111. Be my friend on Instagram. If you need a reading, divinedestinytarot.com. You can find my readings there. All right. I hope everyone has a really great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, pile number 2. Okay, so maybe some of you are from pile number 1, because I made mention about the Ace of Wands. It's very, very phallic. That's probably why I think of it like a pregnancy card, I would imagine. Like, if you look at it, like, it's pretty, you know. Just saying. I'm going to start. All right, so if some of you are from pile number 1, welcome. If you're just tuning in, hi. All right. Anyone else seeing 7-11 a lot? 7-11, anyone? Or any variation 11-7? I guess that would be a 9. Anyway, Ace of Wands to me usually is the birth of something. Could be finding out about pregnancy, could be the birth of a child, it could be the birth of a new endeavor, a new course of action, a new like a new road to go on, you know, like a new something you're chasing. Could be something handed to you. It could be the aces, you know, typically that's what they're seen as. It's seen as the hand of God, okay? And they're handing you something. So pentacles would be something earthly. Could be money, could be, you know, anything of the earth. Time, goods, that kind of a stuff. Cups would be emotions, feelings, swords, thoughts, intellect, that kind of stuff. Wands, action, movement. You know, this is creation, the birth of, you know, actually forward moving energy. This is focused energy that's actually not just visualized anymore. It's actually being manifested in the physical. So this is a big deal. You know, this is not, it's a definitive gift of something. Okay. In pile 1, I can, you know, it was 8 of Pentacles that we had. And 8 of Pentacles is a very hardworking, meticulous kind of a card. It's very long term. Okay, it's something that is constantly worked on and improved and leveled up in, and just like you're constantly upgrading in this one area. This is like you're perfecting a craft. Thank you. That's like perfect. The reason I'm bringing that up, I'm hoping, is because you also got 9 of Fire. Now, 9 of Fire would be 9 of Wands. In a lot of Wands, by the way, 2 out of 3 of your cards are Wands. So that's a lot of action, which is great. Any kind of forward-moving energy, wonderful. 9 of Wands in the Rider-Waite Tarot is it's known as the Wounded Warrior, and it's the man who's standing. He's got a big row of wands behind him, and he looks like really beat to hell. He's got bandages, and he's bloody, and he's beat up, and he's kind of like barely standing, you know. But for me, this kind of symbolized that 8 of Pentacles energy, that, you know, this is something that you've been going through for a long time. Okay, this is something that you've really been working towards. This is something that you've cried for, you've bled for, you know, this is something that's very, not only that you're very invested in, but that you've put a lot of yourself into. Okay, so this is going to be, and it was a breakthrough. It's really, that's how it was described to me in pile 1. If you haven't watched pile 1, go back and watch it. I really do think that this is probably trying to catch as many people with this message as possible. That's why we get these repeating messages in so many different piles. It's just, you need to hear them. So this is really something that is a birthing of something really wonderful, especially after it's been so trying. The bottom part of this, it says, don't give up. Protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. It's so important to keep going. How do I, let's see. When we stop to actually take time and think and observe and really reflect on things, it can help us. Okay, it can be a great thing to see where you are, to get a good perspective, to even get a different perspective. That's wonderful. That's, you know, the start of a lot of healing a lot of times. But when we're stopping to worry or to make up scenarios in our head, or to you know, just really envision a worst case scenario, it's not helping. You know, it's slowing you down. Okay, I'm not saying that, you know, these thoughts aren't going to creep in. Yeah, of course, you're having a human experience. Of course they are. I'm sorry, there's no spoiler alert. There's no stopping that. It's just going to happen. Okay, but you can learn to control it. You can learn to not live there. You can learn to feel it and then keep going about your day. You know, that's, you know, everyone's like, free will, free will. Yes, you do have free will. You have free will with a lot of things, and that, you know, that's one of them. You know, I mean, I think the degree of the free will could be questioned. You know, how much we really have control over. You know, but I'll take whatever free will I can get. So if I have a choice, you know, I would rather choose to keep moving forward. Not that I haven't, you know, everyone has gotten stuck sometimes. You know, it happens. But, you know, when we can keep going, that's what makes the difference. You know, and sometimes I think in a lot of situations too, that in itself is almost like I don't want to say the lesson, because it's not the lesson, I don't think, but it definitely builds upon a character trait that's needed for the lesson. Okay, so there's something very, I heard necessary, necessary, yeah. But there are experiences, you know, that you have to go through, that you have to grow through, you know, and we don't really want to stop while we're doing that. We want to keep going. Okay, so just, you know, try to have faith. Okay. Okay. I'm supposed to go back to this one. Hold on a second. Whatever this is, this wand, this thing, this breakthrough, this movement, this whatever this is, it's significant because they were pointing out to me this bottom part here. If you can see the landscape, you know, how the water and the trees and the house upon the hill, like it's just very it's like serene, you know, it's almost like things are how they should be, just very. So I was told to kind of like put myself there, like how I would feel like looking, do you know? It's almost like for a moment there's going to be some kind of a I don't want to say that. Like an eye in the eye of a hurricane. I don't want to, because that like sounds like once the eyes, like you're gonna get pummeled again. I don't want to say that, but that's what I heard. But if you've ever been, I don't know if like, I live in Florida, so I have been outside in the middle of the eye of a hurricane, and it's like dead quiet. It's crazy weird, like super crazy. If you ever get the opportunity to go outside in the middle of a hurricane in the eye of it, do it, because it's pretty cool. Anyway, it's dead quiet, but it's almost like everything's fine. Like you can see all this shit all around you, you know, but like there's birds chirping and there's like sunlight. It's weird. It's super cool. But that's like the feeling that I got. Like there's so much going on, but out of nowhere, it's just like clouds part. And it's like, ah, like that. Like it's just very, just something is given that really just makes you feel like that. Like, oh, thank God. So that when this other wall of the hurricane hits you again, it's like, well, you know, where was it? Back to work, right? Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Okay, so that's why I had to go back there. Anyway, last card. Intention. Something very important. Intention is always very important. Okay, so for some of you, your crown chakra is like popping like crazy. Just illuminating as hell. You may be very connected with the angelic realm right now. You could be like, you know, leaning. Like sometimes I do that too. Like I'll work with different groups, you know, I kind of work with angelics all the time, I guess, but like sometimes different groups or sects more than others at different times. You know what I mean? Like it's not. A lot of heart chakra stuff too. I feel like a lot of like expanding, almost like feels like a contracting and then an expanding and then a contracting and then an expanding. And every time it expands, it gets brighter. Like it's just like a tiny bit. You know, like it's like and every time like it's like a tiny bit. So I feel like it's almost like a I don't know who the hell would ever like be okay. Okay. I don't know whoever has had hermit crabs as pets. Okay. I have a whole bunch of hermit crabs. And when you clean their water, like they have two tubs. One is salt water, one is fresh water. When you clean them out, like I have salt and rocks in the bottom, not salt, sand and rocks and stuff in the bottom. And when you do this, like it looks really mucky and gross, you know, and then you add a little water and you do that and you add, and you keep doing this process and it makes it lighter and lighter and lighter, almost like filters the water back out. It's like, okay, yeah, could have just led with that. A water purification system, because so many people have hermit crabs for pets. Okay. Anyway, it's like that process of cleaning, okay? A little goes in, some comes out, and back and forth. It's like purifying water. Okay, you following me? It's like that. For a split second, it's going to feel like things are dirty again. Okay, it's going to look even worse. But then as more comes in, more light comes in, more love comes in, more, you know, that purging kind of subsides a little bit. It'll get clearer again, is what I'm getting. It's a process. It's little by little, and this is something that's going to be. It has been going on. It's going to be going on for a little bit now. It's that for a lot of you. It's that last little bit. Some of you are in like if you're in a twin flame kind of a thing. This is that last little bit of for those pre-union. I mean, you're always in union. You know what I mean. Anyway. Well, some of you might not know what I mean, but for those of you who do know what I mean, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. All right. Intention. I don't think I even talked anything about this, did I? I don't know. Anyway. Intention is really important. When we have good intentions, okay, good things usually come. When we don't have good intentions, that's usually what we get back. It's pretty simple, but it's super powerful. Okay. Oh, all the stuff on my computer just, that was weird. It's super powerful. Okay, if we can keep good intentions, if we can keep the right intentions that are in line with our hearts and our personal truths, you know, really something, the things that resonate with us, okay, and we're really honest about that, then you really don't have anything to worry about. As long as you're doing something that really resonates with you on a soul level, you know, and you'll know when it does because you feel good. You know, and this isn't like an instant gratification, feel good, like I don't know what would be the equivalent of that, but like doing something just quickly just to feel better. Like this is that warm peace kind of feeling where you just very snuggly, I guess. That's how I feel. I feel like, which one was it? Was it this one or the other one about the inside of a kangaroo? Can you hear that? Frogs. Anyway, there's something outside my window. Made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, I need to stop it here because I'm already like super over. It's supposed to be 15-minute max, but I ramble. Make sure your intentions are truthful. Okay, try to be as honest as humanly possible in this next week. Okay, and that's really going to help you get whatever this is. That's going to help shift it. Okay, if you didn't watch number one, go back, watch number one. But just be honest with yourself. Be truthful. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was able to help somebody. I hope you have a really great day. And I'm so excited to be back. I missed you guys so much. Divine Destiny 1111, be my friend on Instagram. If you want a reading, you can go to divinedestinytarot.com and get a reading there. All right. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Please continue to comment and tell me all your stories and how this resonates with you. It really helps me to know that I am helping people. So it's nice. All right. Thanks. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Hey, pile number 3. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know. Oh, you got the Hermit. Maybe that's why, because you're feeling kind of hermity. You know, I've been getting this a lot, like in my readings, my personal readings and stuff. And it's your ships coming in. Actually, on my my Patreon, which I need to. That's right. I take a picture of the weekly reading in one of the things that I needed to post on my Instagram. Divine Destiny 1111. By the way, be my friend. Anyway, this also came up for the work reading, actually, for this week on my Patreon. You're definitely waiting for your ships to come in. Make sure that's not all you're doing. Okay. We don't need to get stuck. We don't need to lose momentum. We don't need to lose time. Time's an illusion, but you want to keep moving forward. You don't want to just be waiting around for things to happen, because then they won't. You know, life is a continuum. It's constant movement. So I mean, if you stop, what are you waiting for? Nothing's going to happen, because it's you have to collide with things. Okay, that's how you get them by movement. You're not standing still. Stagnancy doesn't produce anything. You're looking forward to the future, which is another wonderful thing. Again, try not to spend too much time there. It's great to visualize. It's great to use those sort of things when you're manifesting, and even just indulging in like a fantasy or something. That's great, especially if that's something that you're very good at, is visualizing. Okay, some of, I don't know if any of you know that are watching this long shot, but if you do, let me know in the comments. There's, when you work with different ascended masters, angels, things like that, they all usually have like a color signature, I guess it would be like. And I'm not sure who this would be. So if you recognize it, the robe, see his robe, how it's the red and then the black and checker and then red, even with the green, a little tiny bit of green. I feel like there's a tiny bit of green. Even if it's just like an aura or something. If you know what angel that is, if you know who that represents, let me know in the comments. I don't know why I need to know this. Just if you do, let me know. If not, no big deal. I'll know when I need to. But that's being pointed out to me, so I guess it's a personal thing. I don't know. You definitely feel like things, I don't want to say are owed to you, but you've worked hard to get where you are, and you're really putting the work in. It shows that you're putting, and I kind of feel like all these readings today kind of work together. Like they could be for the same group of people, for the same, collective of people. So, watch the other two if you're compelled to. If either of them you were compelled to, I'd watch it. You've made the plans, you've done the work, you've started to put action into it, so that's why you are looking for these ships to come in, because you've done what you need to do, what you know will bring results. Okay, so really it's just a matter of time. My advice to you right now, move on, expectant of great things that are coming to you, but don't wait for them. Okay, you don't want to lose momentum, you don't want to lose, there are times throughout the year, I don't know if you're very into like astrology and the way the planets interact with each other, but there are times throughout the year that really are wonderful at magnifying our personal energies towards things. And when you are in sort of like a pocket almost of that kind of energy to harness, you don't want to waste it. All right. You want to really use it as much as possible, because once it's gone, it may not come back for a while. Okay, I heard crown of favor. So either some of you feel that way, or you're being told, this is something you're kind of, I don't want to say guaranteed, because you're not guaranteed anything unless you do the work. Okay, but you have favor in it. You're again, when you say blessed, people seem to think that when you're blessed, you're not, you're just given things. And I don't really think that's, I think you earn blessings in a lot of ways, You can give them, but you can also earn them. Your ships are going to come in. Just don't wait for them. The number 3 is also creation. It's very powerful. Number 3 is a very powerful number. Be mindful of what you're creating. Okay, and I don't just mean long term. I mean like even in your day-to-day smaller interactions with people. Just be very mindful of your energy and where you're sending it. Okay, because you only want to send energy places that you're going to receive back what you're putting in, you know, and that's not like selfish. It's not like you're using people, or you don't use people, but you want to make sure that you're putting your energy in a place that's not going to be a total crapshoot. You know, like you don't want to put all your energy into one path and then 10 years from now be like, well, probably shouldn't have done that. You know, make sure that this is something that has some longevity to it. Make sure this is something that you can really see yourself growing with and growing towards. And that's going to happen with this, the Hermit. The Hermit, Archangel Raziel, spend time in quiet meditation. The Hermit is very wise. He's someone who really reflects internally about things, doesn't really seek outside validation very much, is usually found meditating somewhere. Very, very smart, very wise. It's also a light shower. This is somebody who is also a way shower for other people. Okay, so anyone who is healing in any way, anyone who's encouraging and loving and caring, you know, really has that Hermit energy because they spend a lot of time in their heart space. Okay, this is, if some of you are not sure, okay, maybe some of you are doing this, you're looking out and you're like, where the hell am I going? What do I really want? You know, you may be at a crossroads. You may be at a place where you're like, you know, I've been putting a lot of energy and work into this, but I kind of might want to, you know, see what this other thing is about. Go into quiet meditation, okay? Do some meditating, do some thinking, do some reflecting. You know, there's really no wrong decisions. If there's an experience you want to have it. You know, that's why you're here. You're here to have these human experiences. And you don't need to feel guilty over them. You know, it's obviously there's a lesson that you seem to want to learn there since you engaged in it. Okay, there's a lesson you need to learn if you keep engaging in it. So, you know, now is the time to really recognize those. And you can't recognize them if you're looking in all the wrong places. Okay, if you're looking to external events, people, places, you know, just any kind of external validation, you know, we don't need. It's not going to help us. It's not going to grow us. It's really, it's just not what we need right now. Like I know it's hard for some people to take like vacations and go places, but if you can, even if it's just, you know, a night or two, go somewhere, rest, okay? No, I just took a week off, 8 days, I think, 8 or 9 days off everything, social media, YouTube, like everything. I was off the grid, right? Off. And I felt amazing. I still feel amazing. You know, it's a wonderful feeling to really disconnect from everything for a while. Because people don't realize you can really pick up a lot of other people's energies. You know, even interactions online, the people that you scroll through and you look at, that's an energy exchange, and it can really attach to you. You know, so it's important to take time to shed these things, and to really look past a lot of this stuff and try to break free of it. You know, it's easy to get sucked in. It's great sometimes to, you know, like most of the things on my Instagram are positive. Like I'm really only friends with like positive things, vegan stuff. Like, so I don't get a whole lot of negativity, but I still get like energy. I still can feel it. You know, so for me to take, you know, that time off and travel to beautiful places and just meet really, really great people for a week was just absolutely incredible. And it was much needed. Okay, so if there's one thing I could suggest to you, it would be that you may need to get away for even a night. Okay? It's not selfish. If anything, it'll help everyone around you. Okay? The better we treat ourselves, the better we treat everyone around us. And finally, balance. Balance is super important. And I feel like, you know, there needs to be a balance between action and like meditation. Okay, I feel like a lot of you might be go, 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 go. And I get that. You know, I might have been born on a cusp, but I am half Leo. So I get that need to go, need to rush kind of a energy, you know. Sometimes I feel like, you know, I'm part hummingbird throughout the day, you know, because that's like how I move around so much. But sometimes it's good to just to rest a little bit. All right. So we need to have that balance. We need to make sure that we're giving ourselves that balance and allowing ourselves to have that kind of a balance. Set boundaries. If you know you're coming up to that limit that you set for yourself, then you need to stop. Okay, you really need to and balance. Okay, balance to me isn't, you know, making sure you're putting exactly the same amount into every area. That's not balance. Balance to me is doing whatever your body or your mind or your spirit or anything feels like doing at that particular moment. That's balance. You know, I don't feel like there's, my thing's all turned around. All right, there. I'm like, why is this not feeling right? It's because it was all backwards. It's whatever you kind of feel like you might need. You know, so it's not like, well, I spent 20 minutes doing this yesterday, so I should spend 20 minutes doing this and that to balance. That's not what it is, okay? You know, I always had a very, like, want to make schedules, want to make lists and make, you know, things like that. And it really, because I'm like, oh, well, if I'm doing it this day, I'll do this day. And it just wasn't like that. So now what works a lot better for me is just however I feel at the moment. That's what gets done. If it's me feeling like getting some work done, I get some work done. If it's me feeling like going in my yard and swinging, then that's what I do. You know, doesn't matter. If it's me taking a bath, if it's me, you know, whatever it is, playing with my kids, that's what I'm doing. So there's really no set routine. It's just however you feel. Okay, we need to get back to being in that feeling energy. All right, it's super important that we are in that feeling energy right now. All right, hope that I was able to help somebody. I really hope everyone has a great day. I am so excited to be back and reading for you guys. So thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. I really love reading them. I'm gonna get back to responding them today. I know I've been away for a while, but I really enjoyed myself. So I'm not going to be too upset over it. I'm sure you'll understand. Let me know how this resonated with you, if it did. Again, if you need a reading, DivineDestinyTarot.com, DivineDestiny1111, be my friend on Instagram. And I think that's it. So have a good day. Bye.